Today I'm reviewing One Piece Chapter 717. So in this chapter, we start off where we left off last week with Luffy fighting Don Kinjao. And Don Kinjao is just impressed by Luffy's ability to use Haki, basically. He wants to know who taught him. And Luffy tells him that Rayleigh taught him. And, Kinjao's just like, oh, he taught you, huh? He's like, I'm tired of the old age. Well, not the old age, but I'm tired of the older pirates, people that he knew back then and stuff. I guess the old age. And, so, he strikes at Luffy again, and then he just says to Luffy, tell me, what did your grandfather do or do to me? Luffy's like, the hell if I know. And Don Kinjao just starts crying. Luffy's like, either cry or be mad. pick one. Don Kinjao gets angry again, Gonna fight Luffy some more. Then we see, we go over to where Sanji is. He's with Kinemon. No, he's with Kinemon. Oh, no, he was with Kinemon. And they're outside of the Coliseum. They see Luffy fighting, and they also notice that there's a large amount of Marines outside of the Coliseum. And they're figuring they're gonna wait out there for all these criminals to come out, and then they'll just take them into custody right away. Can't talk. So Sanji's just, hoping that Luffy's doing good. You can see him on the screen. And, just trying to figure everything out. Then we go over to Frankie, who was with that toy soldier. And they're riding through town whenever they see another toy, freaking out and grabbing hold of this woman's dress, saying, don't you remember? It's me, it's me. And people are saying, no, he's got the human sickness or something. And that toy's dragged off to this warehouse where he's thrown into, pretty much says garbage, I think. He's thrown in there, and we see there's a bunch of other toys. And Frankie's trying to figure it out, and the other toy says, look up here. You see this dog-like thing, the kid's chasing him. And the toy soldier asks the dog, how do you know these people, or whatever. And the dog's like, the kid is my son, and the woman is my wife. And so the toy soldier turns to the kid and says, son, boy, do you have a father? The kid says, no. He turns to the wife and says, ma'am, are you married? She says, no, I'm single. But that's okay, that's the usual thing nowadays. And so it turns out that all the toys were originally people who have been turned into toys by someone with a devil's fruit power. And not only that, but the people who knew the people who were turned into toys, forget about them. They have no memory or recollection of them. So, pretty crazy power. And Nami, Brook, and Chopper, I believe, have been turned into toys. So does this mean the other Straw Hats don't remember them? It's confusing. Maybe it's something where after they're turned into toys, they have to go to the people who knew them and actually do something with them. I don't think it's like as soon as they're a toy. I don't remember. Otherwise it'd be sort of like a double effect, devil fruit. Who knows that? So then we go over to Uso Land, and I think she was called Nico Land. I think Robin was named like his, I don't know, maybe his wife or something. But all the tremors that are happening from Law's fight, which was going on then, Law's fight and, Doflamingo's fight and the Admiral, their tremors are bouncing through the Dwarves' kingdom, and Usopp's saying, it's his Haki. It's my Haki. So, we see some of that, and they're saying we need to go rescue our friends who are trapped in the factory. They're forced to build something. They don't know what it is. They're forced to build something. They're getting ready to attack the Flamingo household. And yeah, that was the chapter. I just want to say something about this arc, this feeling I have about this arc. I really see this arc being like another Water 7 arc. I know people are like, a lot of people think that there's only going to be 10 Straw Hats. And there may only be 10. I mean, Oda may just say, you know what, I'm sticking to the original 10. I had 10 in mind, I'm going to stop at 10. I really hope not, because apparently about like the 597th chapter or something was the halfway point for One Piece. And I'd really hate to think that they're only going to get one more Straw Hat. So hopefully, hopefully they'll go more than 10. But you know what? I see this arc being a lot like Water 7. A lot happened in Water 7. It was pretty long. There was a lot of parts where you felt that Water 7 could have ended, but it still went on for a while. And I think Water 7 was a good arc. So I see this arc being a lot like Water 7, where 1, we gain a new Straw Hat, hopefully. They gain Frankie in Water 7. 2, the Straw Hats got a major power up in Water 7, remember? Whenever they fought, before they fought Water 7, Luffy was just regular and Gomu Gomu no. Now he has, after Water 7, he got Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, and he's starting to get an idea of Haki and Tekai. He's getting an idea for it. Zoro developed at multiple arms, sword slash. Sanji, his leg was burning up, physically make his leg catch on fire. And just the Straw Hats had this major power up, so I'd like to see a new Straw Hat. I'd like to see some Straw Hat power ups. And I believe they got new bounties after the Water 7 arc. All of them did, because they all took on the world. So, yeah, the Straw Hats need a new bounty. I mean, Luffy, his may not increase by much, and his probably won't increase. Well, his might increase much from this. If Doflamingo is if Doflamingo is a Tenryubito, or if he knows someone who's a Tenryubito and Luffy attacks him, then his bounty should go up. And if he defeats him especially, this is the second or third Shichibukai he would have defeated, I think. But Zoro also needs to be over 120 million. He's worth way more than that. He should be at least 250 million in my opinion. Sanji needs to be over 100 million. Nami needs a higher bounty. She's a lot more durable and stronger than before. Usopp needs to be like 90 million. Nico Robin needs a new bounty. Chopper, I don't think his will be up for a while, but his may increase to like 100 or something. But Brook needs up, Frankie needs up, they all need new bounties. So, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see in this arc. New bounties, new Straw Hat. I thought new ship, but I don't think we'll be seeing a new ship for a while. And you know what, I don't even know if we'll see a new ship. I think when Oda drew the Going Merry, he was just trying to give the Straw Hats a ship. And then after that, he's like, he saw these problems, he's like, well, we could do this to make it better. So I think the Thousand Sunny is his way of making it better. He just is going to make it bigger. He's like, while the story progresses, he's like, well, we should add this. And then every now and then, we should add this. I think the Thousand Sunny is his way of saying, I've added everything. So, the only way I can see the Straw Hats getting a new ship is if the same thing that happened to Going Merry happens to the Thousand Sunny, which is something I don't really see happening, because, Frankie is such an amazing shipwright. But, you know what, I would like to see a new ship. I'd like to see a bigger, newer ship, because I just like new things. So, but yeah, the Straw Hats are in desperate need of a new Straw Hat, in my opinion. Preferably a girl, because the guy-to-girl ratio is pretty crazy. So, but I digress. But yes, this was a good chapter. Definitely go read it. Basic Fat Time. Badassness for this chapter, probably about a 4.5. Attention level 7. Satisfactory, how satisfying was it? 7.5 or an 8. Interest level, how interesting was it? Probably about 8.5 or a 9. Comedic, how comedic was it? It's probably about a 6 in comedy. Kind of funny, but not overly funny. Fan service, probably about a 3. Animation, how well drawn was it? For the most part, it's pretty good, but I have to say about 7. And predictability, well, I had a sort of prediction for it, and it didn't turn out right, so I'd have to say about 3 or 4. Overall chapter rating out of 5 stars, it would have to get probably about a 4. Yeah, 4 stars out of 5. It's pretty good. Yeah, definitely go read it, and I will be making a separate video about my theories on this being like another Water 7 arc, and the Naruto review will be coming out later. So, I'm the Shinigami, and I'm signing off. Jana.